Chivahermanos and Chivahermanas, welcome back to another episode of We Go to Know You. My name is Gabriela and I'm so happy to be back here to interview another Chivahermano from the USA. Remember, the show is about getting to know you and getting to know your Chivas story and how is it that you are a Chivahermano living outside Mexico. Let's go. And Chivahermanos, welcome back. I'm so excited about this episode because we have a huge Chivahermano living in California. But why don't we let him introduce himself and all his backstory about being a Chivahermano? Please welcome Osvaldo Montaño. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you, Gabby?
I'm great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for accepting the invitation. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thanks for inviting me.
So as the intro said, and because we are down like 4 episodes already of Go to Know You, this show is about showcasing you Chivahermanos living outside Mexico. So for many people, it might be like, how, when, how, why? So this is exactly what we're trying to do right now, getting to know your story and what is it that makes you a Chivahermano living outside Mexico. So let's start from the beginning. Well, where are you from? What's your background?
So yeah. Hi, my name is Osvaldo. I'm from San Jose, California. Born and raised here, 28 years old. I've been a Chivahermano ever since I could remember, ever since I can kick a ball. And yeah, it's like a lot of Chivahermanos, especially living up here in the United States. It's passed down from family. For me, it was my dad, who is from Ocotlan, Jalisco.
From Guadalajara.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Ocotlan, he's, Carlos Salcido, Johnny Magallon, they're huge, like inspirations for us, right? And that pueblo. So, yeah, I guess my first memory of Chivas is I had to be maybe 5-6 years old. It was the repechaje against Cruz Azul. I believe it was 2001, 2002.
Okay.
Chivas was down. I believe they lost the first game 4-1. And then the second game, the Vuelta, was in, I believe, Estadio Jalisco.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a miracle game where I believe Jair Garcia scored a few golazos and le dio la vuelta again 4-1. So I was not watching that game, but I was at the local swap meet, flea market, and all I heard was Chivas scored a goal. Cruz Azul scored. No, okay, Chivas scored again, and my dad and I were just like, what's going on? Like I don't get it. But that was like the first memory that I can think of that Chivas totally started like in my life. Yeah.
Also, I love the fact, I just have to point this out because I love how this show and every single episode has been like completely or entirely in English. But every time we start talking about Chivas specifically, we just like do Spanglish here and there. We do golazos, jugadas, because I mean that's how we conceive at some point Chivas and Mexican football. So that's awesome. So that was when you were like 5 or 6 years old. What is your first ever memory embracing and watching actually a game?
First time watching the game had to be around 2003, 2004, right in the Hans Westerhoff era.
Yes.
Right. Amazing. What a perfect time to start being a Chivas fan, by the way. It's like the amount of the players, the coach, the way they played. My favorite player of all time is Bofo. He's always been an idol of mine. Of course, we have Osvaldo Sanchez, Matas Rodriguez, Omar Bravo, Bernardo Medina, Carlos Salcido starting as well. I mean, it was just a stacked team. Right, un equipazo. And that was like, okay, I'm here. Like, we're doing this for life. We're
This
doing
is
this for
it.
life. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure your dad was like thrilled
He
because
was. Yeah.
because you started like watching or maybe listening in the background to Chivas
Right.
game, but
Mhm.
you decided like this is it. This is my team.
Exactly. Yeah, and there was other huge teams doing well at that time, right? That could easily have swayed someone, but something about Chivas, right? Just being 100% Mexicanos, and just the history and the badge and those players again and the attractive playing style, it won me over, definitely.
Yeah, of course. And I don't know if you have this story as well, but if you talk to many paisanos in the USA, and every time they go play, the Mexican national team go play there, it's like having the closeness with the country and with the people and whatnot. Is this kind of what's happening? I mean, your father is actually from Guadalajara, so it makes
Right.
perfect sense. But for you, maybe it's like, yeah, I mean, I've seen them play, but I've never watched them like live
Right.
at the stadium, whatever. But this is kind of, you just said it, es puros mexicanos. So is this kind of a way to keep you close to Mexico, even though you were not born even here?
Absolutely. And even my dad, he immigrated here when he was 13, 14 years old, so still fairly young when he came to the United States. So definitely, Chivas has been sort of that connection that we both have with country, with Guadalajara. It's I remember in grade school and middle school, wearing my Chivas jerseys, either the day before a game or the Monday morning if they won or when they won. And it's sort of like that prideful, like this is my team, we're all in this together. So yeah, and obviously when they came to play live, we'd always go. He'd always take me here near us before the San Jose Earthquake Stadium. We had the Spartan Stadium, which is this really old, really historic stadium. Chivas played against the San Jose Earthquakes way back. I can't even remember.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, it was a friendly, of course, but it was I don't know.
I have no recollection of that.
I think it was mid 2000s.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but anyways, it was I don't know. It was sort of like getting to see your idols in person, right?
Yeah.
It was, and definitely, seeing them, because when you watch them on the television, you love them for what they are, but when you see them in person, you're actually like, oh my god,
They're real.
They're real, right? Exactly. Like when you're a kid, and it kind of blows your mind. He's human, just like me, right?
Yes.
Right. So you don't, and especially when you're up here, and you don't have that sort of like opportunity to see them every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's always a special occasion when they play up here.
Yeah, for sure.
I do share, and I watched your episode with Maria. I do share the same unfortunate fate that I have not seen Chivas win in person.
Oh no!
I know, and it's like it's sort of like I'm dedicated to breaking that curse. But either way, like we always have the best time.
Yeah, I mean the atmosphere, the stadium, whether it's over there or in El Akron or whatever they're playing, it's incredible. But yes, and that was so funny because even though I work now with the team, same story. Like it's been a while since I've seen them win live, so that's like kind of heartbreaking because you do want to watch them like.
Right, yeah.
Especially this last game. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but especially the last game that I know we both attended in El Estadio Akron. It was like beyond traumatic, but we're going to get there. That's there in a minute. So you told me that you started following Chivas around early 2000s. So you remember perfectly, and you mentioned Bofo and company. So you remember perfectly the 2006 championship. Do you remember that?
I remember exactly that morning, like what we did. my dad and I woke up early, and we went to the gym together like at 6 in the morning, because over here in our time, I believe the game started at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So I went to the gym super early morning. I didn't even want to go to the gym. I was like, just let me watch the game, right? Let me sleep in and watch the game. But yeah, he took me to the gym, did that hour and a half, came back, got ready for the game, had a few people over, made breakfast, right? And yeah, that 2006 championship was definitely like the pinnacle of at least like my childhood fandom. It was a dream come true for sure.
For sure. And then obviously 2017. So, and that was with Almeida, who you follow also because he was with the San Jose. So tell me more about that story, because we're like very invested about the connection, sin querer queriendo, as we say over here, with Almeida and the San Jose Earthquakes.
Yeah, Almeida was a complete revelation when he joined Chivas first. You know, a lot of people didn't know him, but he joined the team, and right away you knew that he had the right ideals, he had the right mentality, he was willing to work hard to get the team right, and it definitely showed in the first couple of seasons. You know, when he started winning Copa MX, right, and Super Copa MX, and I felt like it was only a matter of time before they'd make a serious run at the title. Fortunately, stars aligned. 2017 came. I remember it was a Sunday, but I was still in university at the time, and I think I had like my finals like the next day or something, and I was like, I can't even study because I'm so excited for the game, right? So yeah, fortunately they won. They earned the 12th trophy, and yeah, after Almeida won that Conca Champions the following year, and then he joined the San Jose Earthquakes in 2019. It was, that sort of continuation of, watching Almeida develop his professional career as well over here. So it was almost like, I don't know, I have, friends over here that are just San Jose Earthquakes fans, and they don't know much about the Mexican League. And I was able to, fill them in on Almeida and his work ethic, and I don't know, it's just what he did with Chivas is nothing short of amazing.
Yes, for sure. And that attitude, what we always think about as Chivas fans is that this kind of attitude that he injected to the players and el vestidor, that it was like very close together, and how they prayed, and how he always tried to talk to them as if they were friends, kind of, in a way. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yes, 2017 was a great year for Chivas. Unfortunately, the next seasons were not as good for Almeida, and he had to leave. And then he started bringing up San Jose. I believe I don't follow much MLS. Yeah. I have to say that, but somehow, I don't know how, I am a Earthquake fan. Like, I don't know how that happened, but and I think it was because Almeida joined that team. And also I have family in San Jose, so it makes sense. But I remember I was like, oh yeah, Almeida, right? And what's his name? Chofis. And a lot of players.
Carlos Fierro and Osvaldo Lanis.
Yeah.
And we had a little mini Chivas going on here for a while, and it was awesome. I started going to every home game, and it was like seeing them was also seeing part of Chivas history, and especially because they were with the team on the 2017 championship, right? So yeah, Almeida, he definitely had a huge effect in my I guess soccer fandom, right? Football fandom.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we know as Chivahermanos, we know that not everything is like pink and pretty and beautiful all the time, and especially us Chivahermanos, like we've had that fair share of ups and very ups and lows and very lows. So we were talking about this backstage and off camera about the feeling that is being a Chivahermano. So the last huge memory you have is the final, the last season with Tigres that we unfortunately lost. And I'm sorry I'm bringing memories to y'all, but I'm sorry. But okay, so do you want to talk to us about that feeling that is about being a Chivahermano?
Right. So right after that 2017 championship, in my personal life, I was just at the tail end of university, and I was getting prepared for my professional career. At the same time, Chivas, the team, kind of took a lull as well. So, in all honesty, it just the sports in general, just took a back burner, and I try to focus on personal matters. And then, COVID happened. Didn't help at all. There was a lot of personal struggle there as well. Fortunately, the past year or so, I've been slowly trying to get back into sports, and branching out and trying to even paying more attention to the team and exactly what they're doing with Hierro and Paunovic now. Seems to be they're on the right track, and I love what they're doing with the team. So the sort of almost the homecoming was the last final. I watched the team during the season, and then the Liga run, which was amazing, just eliminating Atlas and then eliminating America. And then here you go, against Tigres, and La Vueltas in Macron. And I was sort of like the right place at the right time, where one of my bucket lists was going to the stadium for the first time and taking my dad, and trying to give him a little bit back of what he's given me. So I booked a flight like the next day, when they eliminated America. I got hotel rooms. I didn't even know how we're gonna get tickets, but we got them, and yeah, we made the trip, and it was an amazing experience. Like that weekend, I'll never forget it. And that the first hour of the game, it was like cloud nine. Cannot wish for anything better, right? And of course, following hour, I think I just blacked out. Like I don't even remember what happened. I don't even want to hear what happened afterwards. I got 13 stars somewhere, but no, it's obviously disappointing, but proud of the team as well for how far they made it, and for putting up one of the greatest seasons in recent memory as well. I believe they had 34 points in that season. So it's still I don't regret anything at all making that trip, and planning with my dad and taking time off of work and all of that, and I'm looking forward to doing it again, hopefully very soon.
Hopefully very soon. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, it was disappointing, it was sad, and again, as Chivahermanos, we know the feeling. We can be on top of the table standings and being like incredibly amazing, and then something happens. And yeah, I was also there in El Estadio Akron en la final, and yes, heartbreaking to this day, especially because right now, I mean, this is going to air a little bit further throughout October, but already it's been like a tough-ish season for Chivas. We started incredibly well, but we know how it goes. Like we know we can be like at the top, and then we're like mid-table, and then something happens, and it's just chaos. But what do you have? Like, do you have special items? Do you have any shirts? Do you have anything that is Chivas related that you keep very close to you?
So I have plenty of jerseys. I'm not gonna pull them all out because we're gonna be here for like 2 hours or something.
2 hours.
But yeah, I got plenty of jerseys. I did get a flag at my, during the final. It was one of the things that I really, really wanted to get was, La Bandera.
Yes.
I still have to hang it up. I think I'm gonna take it to work actually and represent over there.
Perfect.
So, right. So I have the bandera. I also have the one item I did get during my time in Guadalajara when I was maybe 11, 12 years old, is this Bofo shoe. Not really by him, but it was one of the... No, it's not his. Not
I
his.
was like, what?
No, right. It would have been amazing. No, but it's just a model that he had, and yeah, one of the things I cherished. And then finally, this clock for the Centenario.
Right.
This watch, sorry, the Centenario that I still haven't worn. Don't wear. Probably not gonna take it out of the box, but It's really
awesome.
really
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
super
Chiva.
cool.
Yep.
So awesome! That is amazing, and we just want to keep building this Chivahermano story outside of Mexico. And I always say this in every single episode. Like, it blows my mind every time I have the chance to talk to somebody that feels these colors very passionately, even though they don't live in Mexico or are not Mexican born. I mean, I know we are all Mexican, but by heritage. But the fact that you are not here, it's like, it's so exciting to me, because I personally feel and I suffer every time I see them play, and I say and try to be very vocal and very emotional about it, and seeing somebody that's outside Mexico exactly the same, and it's cheering for them every step of the way, every season, every game, blah blah blah. It just it makes my heart so happy. And this time around, that we have the chance and the opportunity to showcase you guys as Chivahermanos, not living in Mexico, so it doesn't matter. So we Chivahermanos are born everywhere and anywhere in the world. So that makes me so excited. So I just finally, I would like to ask you if you have any message for all the Chivahermanos inside and outside Mexico.
I think being a Chivahermano, it's a very personal, very personal experience, right, with the team. Of course, you have your ups and downs, but the downs just make the good times that much sweeter. Obviously, like I don't know, that something about the final, just being at halftime and singing the song with my dad, and just hugging each other and just being in that moment. It's inexplicable. It's something that I'll always cherish, and it's only possible because of Chivas, and that's something that I'm very, very thankful for, and it's almost impossible to replicate anywhere else. So, some people just say it's a sport. I think it depends what you make of it, right? And your relationship with your family and friends and loved ones. And, obviously, go Chivas, and I'll always be a Chivas fan forever.
I am so happy to hear that, and thank you so much again for accepting the invitation and making time to chatting with us. Thank you so much, everybody, also for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our official YouTube channel, and follow every single one of our social media platforms. Thank you so much, Osvaldo. I will see you soon, and I will see you Chivahermanos, next week. Signing off.
Thank you.